All right, guys, welcome back. This is our marking period 6 final project. So how this is going to work is I'm going to post a brief assignment every week, and you'll have 3 weeks to complete all the parts, and then at the end you'll get one final grade and get credit for the marking period. So let's get started. What we're going to be working on are some 6-point questions which show up at the back of the Regents. So I figure every week we would just do one part of those typical 6-point questions. So today we're going to focus on the first part, which is just writing your own equations. So let's get started. I'm going to read out the problem. Read along with me. Two families went to Roller Coaster World. The Brown family paid $170 for 3 children and 2 adults. The Peckham family paid $360 for 4 children and 6 adults. If X is the price of a child's ticket in dollars and Y is the price of an adult's ticket in dollars, write a system of equations that models the situation. So that's the only time I'm going to have you actually read out an entire question. Here is why. We can look for some keywords. First of all, there's 2 families here. There's the Brown family and the Peckham family. We're going to use the letter X for child's tickets and the letter Y for adult tickets. And all we have to do is write equations. Now, every equation has an equal sign. When your question wants equations, that means you need 2 equal signs. So every equation should equal a total on one side. Let's see if we can spot any totals. The Brown family paid a total of $170. What would be the total for the Peckham family? That's $360. Okay, what else do we know? So in order to get to that total of 170, they had to buy 3 children's tickets. And if X is the price of a children's ticket, we can write that as 3 times X or just 3X. How can we write the price of the 2 adult tickets? If you said 2Y, you're correct, since Y is the price of an adult ticket. And it's going to be the same thing for the Peckham family. 4 children would be 4X, and 6 adults would be 6Y. And that's literally it. Let's try one on your own, and then we'll go over it. Okay, here's how you do this one. There's 2 boys here. There's Jacob and Zachary. A bag of popcorn and the price of 1 drink is what we're going to be talking about. You can use your own letters here, X or Y. I'm going to use P for popcorn and D for drink. And you have to write a system of equations. That would be 2 equal signs. Looking for our totals. One of the totals is $18.25. The other one is $27.50. 2 bags of popcorn, I wrote that as 2P. 3 drinks, I wrote that as 3D. 4 bags of popcorn, 4P, and 2 drinks was 2D. So if you got something like that, you're on the right track. Okay, let's look at one that's similar. So this one, again, wants equations. So I'm going to throw 2 equal signs on the paper and look for some totals. Now, these totals are a little bit different. It's not like there's 2 boys or 2 families. It's kind of like 2 different situations, but the same story. So the first situation is like the number of wheels, and that's 38 in total. Do you see another total? If you said 15, you are correct. There's a total of 15 tricycles and bicycles. So let's talk about what letters to use. So T is going to be the number of tricycles. The first equation wants to know how many wheels are on each one. How many wheels are on a tricycle? Well, think about it this way. Triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles, tripod, 3 legs. So we're going to say 3T for 3 wheels per tricycle, or 3 times T. What about the next part of the equation for bicycles? If you said 2B, you're correct. 2 wheels in every bicycle. Then let's look at our bottom equation. 15 tricycles and bicycles. We don't know how many tricycles. We don't know how many bicycles. So So let's just use the letters. We don't even have any more numbers anyway. So T for tricycles, B for bicycles, adds up to a total of 15 bikes and trikes. And that's it. So I'm going to have you try this one on your own. Write your own equations. Okay, let's go over it. Equations, two equal signs, looking for some totals. One of the totals was $43 spent in total. And there's also 14 items in total. The top equation that I have in blue is going to be dealing with the money. So where else do we see money? Well, for half gallons, which is H, we have to spend $3.50 each. So we could write that as $3.50 each. And for P packages of ice cream was $2.50 each. So $2.50 for the packages of ice cream. And then for the 14 items, well, it's half gallons and packages. So H plus P, and that's it. Okay, let's do one more type of question. Without reading the whole story, let's just skip around to the keywords here. System of equations, two equal signs. Let's look for some totals. Now this one's a little more confusing because I don't see any actual totals. What I do see is there's two types of teams. There's the swim team. So instead of putting a total, I'm just going to call this equation swim. You could also say equals S or something like that. The next team would be the chorus. So just equals C or equals chorus, anything like that. Okay, in order to get to the total of the swim team, we started with 5 members, just put that as 5, and then it increased by an average of 10 members per year. So if you remember, per is that multiplication word. I want to multiply 10 by a letter. Let's see, do they ask you to use any variables? Yes, they said X is the number of years, so 10 members per year is 10X. Let's look at the chorus. What do you think the expression would be for the chorus? Let's go over it. 35 members would be 35 plus 5 members per year, 5X, and that's it. So I'm going to have you try this one on your own. Okay, let's go over it. Next weekend, Marnie was going to either Carnival A or B, and we have to write a system of equations. So that's two equal signs. Let's look for some totals, and there were no totals given, so I'm just going to have the first equation equal to Carnival A, and the second equation equal to Carnival B. Let's look at Carnival A. $6 for admission, so you pay that one time. I'm going to start that with 6. You could put the 0.00 if you want. You don't have to. Plus an additional $1.50 per ride. Are they asking you to use any particular letter? Yep, they want you to use X. And the next one would be for Carnival B, $2.50 for admission, plus an additional $2 per ride. So that would be 2X. And that's it. So I'm happy you finished the first part of this project. Stay tuned for the next part. Good job.